Okay, see, students, another few questions from the exercise on PMI. Okay, this is one of the question. Again, we need to show that using PMI, the result comes out to be true for all the natural numbers. You can see this is a series. Okay, and we have to show sum of all these terms is equal to the expression which is written on the right side. Now you can see for n is equal to 1, I have already done the calculation. If you see when n is 1, the left hand side will become 1 into 2 into 3, the first term. When we are replacing n by 1, that means we are dealing with the first term in the series. So this product comes out to be 6. And on the right hand side, if I replace n by 1, on solving that also we get 6. So both the sides are equal for n is equal to 1, and our result is coming true for n is equal to 1. This is the first step we do. The next one is we assume there is a positive integer or there is a natural number k for which the result is true. Now if the result is true for n is equal to k, that means the sum of these terms. See here I have replaced n by k. So the sum of this series should be equal to k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3 divided by 4. So we have assumed the result is true for n is equal to k. This is what we are going to use in order to prove it is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Let us see what we should get if n is replaced by k plus 1. Okay, when we do the substitution, the last term of the left hand side will reduce to this. Replace n by k plus 1 everywhere. You will get k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3. And the right hand side will become, n will become k plus 1. This will become k plus 1 plus 1. That means k plus 2, k plus 1 plus 2. That is k plus 3. And this part will become k plus 4. So this is what we need to show, because under this assumption that it is true for k, if we manage to prove it is true for k plus 1 also, then the statement is true for all the natural numbers. So what we are going to do, we will start with the proof from the left hand side. So let us simplify the left hand side. It is 1 into 2 into 3 plus 2 into 3 into 4 and so on. You can see the last term we have already mentioned. It is k plus 1, k plus 2 and k plus 3. This is k plus 1th term. So just before will be the kth term. See, this is the term which will come just before this. Okay. So position wise we are writing the terms. First term, second term and so on. This is k plus 1th term. So before this I will have the kth term. That means where n is replaced by k. So we are writing the second last term also. So once done this, we see the sum of these terms is known to us. Look at the first equation. Okay, so from 1, we can now write the left hand side as, you can see the sum of all these is equal to k, k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3 and the entire term divided by 4. And there is one leftover term which is k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3. So what we need to do, we have to simplify it. Always avoid expanding the entire term for simplification. See maximum what can you take common from the given expression. You will find from both the terms we can take k plus 1 common, k plus 2 and k plus 3. So from the first part I am left with k by 4 and from the next term we are left with only 1. So just take LCM and rewrite the terms. This is k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3 and when we take LCM here and simplify, this is k plus 4 over 4. Now you relate it to the right hand side which is desired. You can see when n is replaced by k plus 1, the right side gets reduced to it. Okay, so we have shown on simplifying the left hand side, the result or the sum of the series comes out to be this much. Okay, so the proof. So what we have shown the statement is true for k plus 1. As I told you in the previous session, that the general notation for statement is Pn. That means statement in terms of n. Because here n is replaced by k plus 1. So we are writing the statement is true for k plus 1. So Pk plus 1 is true means it is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Now once this is being established, we can write Therefore, Pn, that means the general statement, is true for all n belonging to the set of natural numbers. Okay. Now let us attempt another one of the same nature. You can see again a series is given on the left hand side. We have to show sum of all these will be equal to the expression which is written on the right side. Okay, so focus on the terms on the left hand side. You will see these terms are denoting product of two terms. Each term has got product of two terms. If you look at the first parts, they are the natural numbers 1, 2, 3 and so on. So obviously in the nth term it is n. And look at the second part. Second part is a multiple of 3, and what is common among them? What is the pattern following? The power of 3 in each is increasing. So this was 3 with exponent 1, then 3 with exponent 2, 3 with exponent 3. So in the last term it is 3 with exponent n. Okay, so we have already checked for 1. When n will be 1, see the left hand side becomes 1 into 3. That means 3. And the right hand side, you replace n by 1. This will be 2 minus 1. Then 3 raised to the power 1 plus 1, which is 2. And then plus 3 whole divided by 4. So 2 minus 1 reduces to 1 only. And square of 3 is 9. So in the numerator, we have sum of 9 and 3, which is 12. And that will get divided by 4. So you can see on division, it reduces to 3 only. And the left hand side is also 3. So we can see the result is true for n is equal to 1. Now because the first hurdle is overcome, we can assume that there is a natural number k for which the result is true. Okay, so we have written the same statement again by replacing n by k, and we are assuming for this natural number the result is correct. That means sum of all these terms will be equal to this. Okay, and this is what we need to use for establishing the result for k plus 1. So we prove it for n is equal to k plus 1. So what are we going to prove? We will prove 1 into 3 plus 2 into square of 3, so on till k plus 1 into 3 to the power k plus 1. We have replaced n by k plus 1. So sum of these terms should be equal to this. Let us see how it is obtained. If I replace this n by k plus 1, then that k plus 1 will multiply with 2. So you will get 2k plus 2, and then there is minus 1 also. So 2 minus 1 will become plus 1. So this part will become 2k plus 1 into 3 with the exponent k plus 1 and plus 1. That makes it k plus 2, and then plus 3 whole divided by 4. So again, starting from the left hand side, let us write all the terms of the series. So first term 1 into 3, second 2 into square of 3, and so on. Please don't confuse that this is decimal. Okay, it is multiplication. You will get an idea from the second term itself. It is square of 3. So you can quickly understand this is not multiplication, but sorry, it is not decimal but multiplication. Okay, so see the last term. Last term is k plus 1 into 3 to the power k plus 1. So let us write the second last term. This is k plus 1th term. So the second last term will be this one, that is the kth term. K into 3 to the power k. So we have written the left hand side also mentioning the second last term. In every question we will be doing this, because you know that we know the sum of the series till this. Okay, from equation 1. So you can see this resembles the left hand side of question number 1. So you put the value from the right hand side here. It will be 2k minus 1 into thrice with the exponent k plus 1, and this entire term getting added to 3 divided by 4. This we are getting from equation 1. And what is the leftover term? Leftover term is k plus 1 into 3 with exponent k plus 1. So this sum we have obtained from 1. Now you see carefully. If there is scope for taking something common, do that. If there is no scope for taking anything common yet, then we will go for simplification. That means I will take LCM and solve it. Okay, so let us take LCM. So we multiply 4 with this term. This part we will write as it is, plus 3 here, and this becomes 4 times k plus 1 into 3 with the exponent k plus 1, and the entire expression divided by 4. Now you have scope for simplification. Look at the first part and the last part. They both have got 3 to the power k plus 1 common. So if this 3 to the power k plus 1 is taken common, from the first part we are left with 2k minus 1, and from the later part, expand this term, we get 4k plus 4. Fine. So after taking common, this is what we get, and this plus 3 is a separate term, and the entire expression divided by 4. Now we need to only do this simplification and then see are we getting the required right hand side or not. Okay, let us do it quickly. See, 2k minus 4k will become minus 2k. Okay, 1 minute. This is plus sign, so this is plus. So 2k plus 4k is becoming 6k, and 4 minus 1 is becoming 3. So this is 6k, and then plus 3. This multiplies with 3 to the power k plus 1, and then plus 3 whole divided by 4. Now when we look at this part, we see that 3 can be taken common out of these two. So you take that 3 common. So we get here 2k plus 1. This is the 3 we have taken common, and this is also multiplying with 3 with the exponent k plus 1. So this is the only first part, and then separately we have plus 3 also, and this whole thing dividing by 4. So when you see these two terms, they have got common basis, so their exponent should get added. So here the exponent is 1. We generally don't mention 1, but let it be. See what it reduces to now, 2k plus 1, which multiplies with 3 with the exponent 1 plus k plus 1. So that makes it 3 with the exponent k plus 2. Okay, and then plus 3 and the whole expression divided by 4. Now you compare it with the required right hand side. This is the required right hand side. You compare these two steps, you will find they both are exactly the same. So it is coming out to be equal to the right hand side. So this implies pk plus 1 is true. Now if you have shown that the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1, that means you have already proved it is true for all the natural numbers. So let us wind it up. This means Pn is true for all n belonging to capital N. Okay. Now let us take another one. Again you can see the calculation for 1 is already done, and for k we have assumed the result to be true, and we will be checking it for k plus 1. Fine. See the series now. It is again product of two terms. See, because in this question, like the previous one, we don't have exponent of any term. But when you will look at the last part, you will quickly get an idea the two terms are getting multiplied. Okay. So you may get confused. It is 1.3, 1 decimal 3, 3 decimal 5. But this will clearly tell you that it is product of both. Okay. So for n is equal to 1, left hand side is 3, and the right hand side is also coming 3. I have simply replaced n by 1 in LHS as well as RHS, and we saw result is true for 1. Then we have assumed the result to be true for k. That means the sum of these terms should be equal to k times 4k square plus 6k minus 1 over 3. Fine. So this is assumed to be correct. Now we need to prove the statement for n is equal to k plus 1. That means we will show sum of this entire term. See, in the last part, when you will replace n by k plus 1, this will become 2k plus 2 and then minus 1. So the first part is 2k plus 1. This will become 2k plus 2 plus 1. So we get 2k plus 3. In the same manner, on the right side, if I replace n by k plus 1, this I have already simplified. You can replace this n by k plus 1 you will get 4 into k plus 1 whole square. So you will have to expand the entire term. Then 6 into k plus 1. So on simplifying this part, it is reducing to this. Okay, so we need to show sum of all these terms is equal to this. So we are beginning with the left hand side now. In order to reach the result, we can write the left hand side as 1 into 3 plus 3 into 5 and so on. As we have done in all the previous questions, we will write the second last term also. And what is the last term? It is 2k plus 1, 2k plus 3. And the term just before it will be the kth term, which is 2k minus 1 and 2k plus 1. Now sum of all these is known to us from equation 1. So I will use the sum. It is k times 4k square plus 6k minus 1 divided by 3. This gets added to 2k plus 1 and 2k plus 3. See, this we are unable to factorize. Okay, so in this current form, we cannot make out whether there is anything common or not. So the only option left is you take LCM and simplify the entire term. Okay, so let me multiply this with 3 and expand this entire term. Okay, we will see what we are getting. Okay, and k also I will multiply inside. See, we get 4k cube plus 6k square minus k, and then 3 multiplies with the product of these two. When 2k will multiply with 2k, we will get 4k square, and then 3 will also multiply with it. So we get 4 into 3, that comes out to be 12k square. Then 2k into 3 is 6k and 1 into 2k is 2k. So 6k plus 2k will become 8k. Now that 8k will multiply with 3. So it becomes 24k. And what is the constant here? 1 into 3, which is 3, and that 3 multiplies with 3. So we get 9. So this entire term getting divided by 3. Let us open the bracket and simplify. You will see it will be finally 4k cube, then 6k square plus 12k gives us 18k square, and then 24 minus 1 will be 23k, and then plus 9 divided by 3. Okay, now what is needed? There are two things which can be done. If you want to see it is equal to the right hand side, either you factorize it and reach this. Okay, if you find that a bit difficult and time taking, then you can simply solve this right hand side. You can expand it entirely. You will see it will come out to be this much. Okay, but if we go for factorization, you can use factor theorem to make out what is one of its factor. We can quickly show one of its factor will come out to be k plus 1. See, if I replace k by minus 1 here, okay, so cube of minus 1 will be minus 1, we get minus 4. So keep this in mind, this is minus 4. And 23 into minus 1 will become minus 23. So minus 4 and minus 23, that is minus 27. Okay, done with this part. Here if I replace k by minus 1, it will be plus 1. So we get plus 18. And then this is plus 9. So minus 27 we were already having, and this becomes plus 27. And the entire term reduces to 0. That means k plus 1 is one of its factor. Okay, when you will divide this entire function expression by k plus 1, you will see the leftover quotient is 4k square plus 14k plus 9. This can be easily obtained. Okay, this you can try and solve. So this entire thing divided by now 3. So that comes out to be our right hand side. Okay. So this means we have shown the result correct for k plus 1. This implies pk plus 1 is true. Hence, Pn is true for all natural numbers. Okay. Now, taking slightly a different question. Next one, fourth one you can see. Look at the terms in the left hand side. They are of the type 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8 and so on. And the last term in the series is 1 over 2 to the power n. Okay, and we have to show sum of all these will be equal to 1 minus 1 over 2 to the power n. So quickly checking it for n is equal to 1. You can see the left hand side is 1 by 2 only, the first term. Right hand side becomes 1 minus 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2 only. So the right hand side. So the result you can see is true for n is equal to 1. For k we are assuming it is true. That means we can write 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 till 1 over 2k can be written as 1 minus 1 over 2k. Now under this assumption we will prove it is true for k plus 1. That means we need to establish sum of the terms in this series will be equal to 1 minus 1 over 2k plus 1. So we have replaced n by k plus 1 here, you can see. So let us solve the left hand side and see can we get the expression on the right. Okay, writing for the left hand side, it is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 and so on. The last term is 1 over 2 to the power k plus 1 and a term just before it will be 1 over 2 to the power k. Fine. So this is the series we have in equation 1. And what is the sum of these terms in the series? It is 1 minus 1 over 2 to the power k. And the last term, which is 1 over 2 to the power k plus 1. So we need to simplify it now in order to get this result. So I will keep this 1 as it is because we need 1 minus. I will solve these two terms simultaneously. So you check from the last two terms, can you take something common? See, it can be done very well. Let this be as it is. 2 to the power k plus 1, we can write it as 2 into 2 to the power k. Now you see what is common among these terms. You will find 1 over 2 to the power k we can take common. I have taken minus also common. So here I am left with 1 and in the later part minus 1 by 2 because minus is being taken common. So 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 only. So we get 1 minus 1 over 2 to the power k getting multiplied with 1 over 2. So look at this part. They both have got common base 2. So their exponent should be added. And we can now write it as 1 minus 1 over 2 to the power k plus 1. See, this is the required right hand side. Fine. That means we have already proved that the result is true for k plus 1. So this implies pk plus 1 is true. Hence, Pn, that means our statement, is true for all n belonging to capital N. Okay. So these were 4 examples we could do where we verified them using PMI.